My name's Seth.
My name's Jason.
And this is J&S Sports Talk. This is our first live
episode
8. And we're going to start. I want to start things off with a little bit of soccer.
Okay.
The U.S. national team squad has trimmed it down to 23 people for Sunday's game. They lost the last game to Costa Rica 4-0. And Serbia, and Jamaica are the next two games. And they play Serbia Sunday. What you got?
Well, we are right now 29 days until the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. And this year's Daytona 500 will be the final start for Michael Waltrip.
Anything else in NASCAR?
No, not NASCAR wise.
Okay. Don't forget that January 29th at 8 p.m. on ESPN, the Pro Bowl played at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. That's all I got about that because I'm not really excited about the Pro Bowl.
Well, recently, Coach K has, used this, you could say, to fire up his players. Upset with their recent loss to NC State, he has put a ban on the Duke players from the locker room and also wearing their Blue Devil gear.
Well, maybe they'll listen to him. Other news in boxing this week, Oscar De La Hoya was arrested and charged with a DUI in California.
I guess he can't fight his way out of that one.
I guess not. And in tennis, in the Australian Open final, you're going to have Serena Williams versus Venus Williams. Serena is going after the number 23rd Grand Slam major title. This will be the 8th time that the sisters have played each other in a major since 2001. In other news, Brent Musburger is retiring from sportscasting at age 77. One of the true greats. He will definitely be missed. And in hockey, I looked this story up, and the Russian women's hockey team has lost 105 games in a row. In many words, they haven't won a game in 3 years. So that's. And also this week, Usain Bolt is going to lose his 2008 gold medal because of the teammates' doping case. And that is all the news I have. So,
yeah,
guess we'll move on.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to the Mountain View Elementary basketball team. This week we had 3 games, and we went 2-1 and the one was tonight. We lost by 1 point in overtime to New Life Christian.
You just hate those kind of losses, don't you?
Yeah. Well, the 2 wins we had was also by 1 point. Matter of fact, the score tonight was the same score as last night.
So basically, y'all like to keep it interesting.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If I had hair, it'd be gray right now. So
Good thing you don't have hair. Okay. I want to cover just this one part of West Virginia news.
okay.
And you might be wondering why I have what looks to be like an Oscar trophy. And this does have to do with West Virginia this week. Matthew McConaughey is making a new movie. It might already be out, I'm not sure. It's called Gold. It's an epic tale of one man's pursuit of the American dream. Gold. Well, I saw an article and I started reading it, and I found out that Matthew McConaughey, he played a coach in We Are Marshall. In his newest movie, I guess he wants to look like one because the look for the movie was inspired by our very own Dana Holderson. That's the look that he went with the movie for this guy looking for the American dream gold. I guess kind of like Dana and WVU. He wants to find gold too. So,
Does he chug Red Bull too?
probably. And also in West Virginia news, Pat McAfee will punt for the AFC in the Pro Bowl. Your turn.
Any more news for you?
I got a bunch more news if you really want to hear it. Florida State Seminoles men's basketball team, they have beaten 4 of the last 6 ranked opponents that they have faced. And Kansas University suspends Carlton Bragg indefinitely for violation of team rules. And also Kansas University, the police have interviewed 5 players in an alleged rape of a 16-year-old girl, and 3 other crimes occurred between 10 a.m. December 17th and Sunday, December 18th. The additional rape charges are contributing to a child's misconduct, furnishing alcohol to a minor, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I can't say that, sorry. But the police are not sure if others involved are members of the basketball program or not. Moving on, and we've been talking a little bit about this featured player of the week. Well, first I want to talk. I met a guy. He's the head coach of St. Albans girls basketball team. He is a real good guy. He was born and raised in there. He's dedicated his career to the kids, to the community. His name is James Wood. He's also getting ready to run for mayor of St. Albans. He's a really good guy. But going with our featured player of the week, we're going to go with Allie Johnson. She is a 5'10 guard, averages 10.2 points a game and 7 rebounds a game. And from what I've been told, she's a pure shooter. I have got it set up to where we're going to get to sit down with this girl for 15 to 20 minutes and do an interview with her. So please watch for that. And from what I've been told, this is a really sweet girl.
What school does she go to?
St. Albans.
St. Albans?
Yeah. And she's a shooting guard for them. But she's a real sweet girl from what I've been told. Dedicated and just fun to be around. So we'll get to find out when we sit down and talk to her. And hopefully you all enjoy it. All right. You're up.
Well, the time of the year, it's Super Bowl time. I have a bittersweet moment. It's just a shame that we can't pick on the Steelers anymore.
I can think up stuff for next year. And trust me, I will.
That is a loaded gun.
I know. I'll have a whole lot of stuff for them next year. So
The Super Bowl 51 pairs the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots at the Houston Texans Stadium.
Do we really have to pick this one? This should be a good game.
Yeah,
it really should.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Both offenses can light it up. Put it that way.
I think this game really does come down to Matt Ryan. If he has the performance he's had against Green Bay and a couple other prior games, Atlanta could sneak in and get this one.
I think it's going to be whoever's defense makes the big play.
And I have to agree with you there. And
because, as I said earlier, both offenses can light up the scoreboard. So whoever's defense shows up to actually play.
So we're going to call it this week, or are we going to wait till next week?
We'll give it a week to think.
All right.
What you got? What else you got?
Well, I guess it's time for my dumbass of the week. And believe it or not, I have two this week.
Was that part of the original story?
No,
plot?
but both of these people deserve it. So I honestly could not make a decision in it. We're going to start by Chris Duhon, assistant coach at Marshall. He was arrested for a second time. His first time was for a DUI. He got arrested last week for driving on a suspended license from his DUI arrest. That's number one. Number two is just, I had to put him in here because when you play pro ball and you have the contracts that they have, Oklahoma's Thunder Cantor has to have surgery to repair his forearm after he punched a chair in a game that they won. Does this make sense to anybody? You won the game. You're making these incredible money. Why? I could understand if you were losing by 50 points or something, maybe even then. But this guy's an idiot because now he's out for at least the next 4 weeks. And his team is trying to go to their bench to make up for his absence. So, there you two go. Moving on. You want to do college? You want to cover some high school?
Well, we ain't got too much high school wins so far, so let's go ahead.
All right, in the West Virginia girls basketball rankings this week, in AAA we have number 1 Huntington, number 2 South Charleston, number 3 Buckhannon Upshur, number 4 Morgantown, number 5 Greenbrier East, number 6 Martinsburg, number 7 Parkersburg, number 8 Spring Valley, number 9 St. Albans, and number 10 Parkersburg. In Class AA, we have number 1 Bluefield, which is there's a tie for first right now between Bluefield and Winfield. Number 3 is North Marion. Number 4 is Wyoming East. Number 5 is Westside. Number 6 is Fairmont Senior. Number 7 is Lincoln. Number 8 is Polka. Number 9 is Riverview. And number 10 is Sissonsville. And in single A, we've got number 1 Williams Central. Number 2 Summers County. Number 3 Gilmer County. Number 4 St. Joseph Central. 5 is Tucker County, tied with Fayetteville. Number 7 is Williamstown. Number 8 is Valley Wetzel. Number 9 is St. Mary's. And number 10 is Charleston Catholic.
No, I will stop you right there. When the bowl game, I went down to the bowl game in Orlando. I went over to the Wild World of Sports, and the North Marion boys and girls were actually part of the tournament that they hold every year down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Alrighty, well, now WV boys basketball high school rankings. In AAA, we have number 1 University, number 2 Capital, number 3 Morgantown, number 4 George Washington, number 5 Musselman, number 6 Hedgesville, number 7 Huntington, number 8 Parkersburg, number 9 Martinsburg, and number 10 Woodrow Wilson. Also receiving, just left out, was Greenbrier East and South Charleston. In AAA, we have Double A, I'm sorry. We have number 1 Polka, number 2 Fairmont Senior, number 3 Bluefield, number 4 Mingo Central, number 5 Chapmansville, number 6 North Marion, number 7 Philip Barber, number 8 Sissonsville, number 9 East Fairmont, and number 10 was Shady Springs. Winfield and Wyoming East were the 2 that were left out. That was the closest to getting in. And in single A, it's number 1 Williams Central, number 2 Ravenswood, number 3 Fayetteville, number 4 St. Mary's, number 5 Notre Dame, number 6 Pendleton County, number 7 Parkersburg Catholic, number 8 Bishop Donahue, number 9 Tug Valley, and number 10 Gilmer County. And that takes care of our high school rankings for this week.
We'll get more into that
probably next week.
Probably after football season.
After the Super Bowl's over, we'll get some more into that.
Yeah. We'll have to fill the time. The NFL voices. Okay, the college basketball. On the women's side, I was just looking on here. By the rankings,
nothing's changed.
No, I must have read the score wrong of the Mississippi State South Carolina game. Because by this week's rankings, Mississippi State's still undefeated. So that changes our record.
Yeah, Mississippi State won that ball game.
So that changes our record to I was 7-2 and you were 8-1. Ranking wise, basically we have the same top 10, just Florida State, Notre Dame, and Washington just traded spots. And the games for the top 10, their next games this week is on Saturday. The Lady Huskies. What's their record up to now?
I think it's 94.
94?
I believe so, yeah.
94. They host the Houston Cougars.
I'm sorry, but Houston's going to get it handed to them. UConn puts this one away early.
Early? You calling it early? Yeah. You calling it early?
If Houston's even in the game.
Yeah, I'm going for UConn too. On Sunday, the 2nd-ranked Baylor Bears and the 20th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners.
I'm going to take Baylor in this one.
Yeah. The 3rd-ranked Maryland Terrapins and the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I got to watch Maryland play a little bit. I like his ball team. So I'm going to take Maryland in this one too.
Yeah. The 4th-ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs and the, host the Texas A&M Aggies. I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe that Mississippi State is the only other undefeated team, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And they actually have more wins than UConn.
I can't wait for those two to meet up, though. That'll be
They probably won't do that until the championship game.
that'd be a heck of a championship game, though.
I'm going to go with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Mississippi State, yeah. Can't really go against them this year. They're just...
Okay, the next game is a top 10 matchup. The 7th ranked Washington Huskies and the 10th ranked Stanford Cardinals.
This is my game of the week for women's basketball. I think this is going to be a good one, so I'm making this my game of the week. And I'm going to take Washington in it. I think Washington gets it done, even though it's not going to be an easy task for them to. You hear the Jeopardy tune play?
I'm going to go Stanford on this one. The next game...
Well, actually, on Saturday, I went ahead and picked another game for Saturday.
I ain't done with Saturday yet.
Oh, you're not done with Saturday?
No, I ain't done with
Okay,
Saturday.
I thought you were moving on.
No. The 8th ranked Fighting Irish, they play host to the Cavaliers of Virginia.
I'm going to take Notre Dame in this one, as much as I hate to.
Yeah, man, the same here, as much as it pains me to do. And the next game is the 9th ranked Louisville Cardinals travel to Pittsburgh.
I wonder who I'm going to pick in this one. I'm taking Louisville.
Even if Louisville wasn't the 9th ranked team in the country. And the last game that I got for Saturday is the 22nd ranked Mountaineers traveling to the 12th ranked Texas Longhorns.
I'm going to take WVU in this one. I think our girls get it done this week.
Yeah. Is there any more Saturday games that you
I've
had?
got one more. University of North Carolina women take on the women of NC State. Since I know you're a Tar Heel fan, I figured I'd go ahead and throw this one in. So who are you taking in this one?
Is there any idea who I'm taking on this one?
No. So I think you're taking NC State, right?
I'm gonna get that hammer.
So you're taking North Carolina in this one, right?
Yeah.
As much as I would like to go against you on this one, I can't. I'm taking North Carolina too.
And I have one game on Monday. The 5th ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. They host the Lady Volunteers.
Okay, I don't have that one. I'm going to take South Carolina in that one.
Well, the last couple times we picked a Tennessee game,
We've lost.
they burned us.
We got to get one at least against them.
But on that note, I don't think they can do it 3 times in a row. I'm going with South Carolina. And
On Wednesday, we also have Baylor taking on Iowa State.
I'm going to go Baylor on this
Me too.
one.
Taking Baylor all the way on this one.
And on Thursday, the 6th-ranked Florida State Seminoles go up to Chestnut Hill and face the Boston College Eagles.
I'm sticking with Florida State on this one. Every time I've picked them, they've pulled through for me, so I'm going to stick with them on this one.
Yeah.
And also on Thursday, we've got NC State taking on Louisville in the women's.
I'm going to go with Louisville on this one.
Yeah, me too.
That it?
Yep, that's it for the women's basketball anyway.
Okay, on the men's side, as far as the rankings go, Gonzaga moved up to 3rd. The top 2 stayed the same. That won't be the case when the new rankings come out next Monday. UCLA fell from 3rd to 8th, and Creighton replaced Oregon in the top 10.
Okay.
And the records for last week was you were 7-3 and I was 6-4. The top 10's next games, 9 of them play Saturday, and no, my fault. 8 of them play on Saturday. Oh, my fault. No, my fault. There's 6, but 6.
Technical difficulty. That's what that's called, folks.
I forgot. I got a non-top 10 on here. 2 of them play on Sunday, and 1 don't play their next game until next Wednesday. Very long hiatus.
Yeah, makes it rough.
Yeah. The first game I got is the 2nd-ranked, but not after Monday night. I guarantee that. Kansas Jayhawks and the 4th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Actually, this is the Big 12 SEC Challenge game for each one of these.
You know, prior to West Virginia knocking off Kansas, Kansas has had a heck of a season. And they are projected to be a number 1 seed going into the tournament.
Of course, I do knock them for the last second way they beat Kansas State, but all jokes aside, they are having a hell of a season.
On that note, Kentucky handles them easily. I'm taking Kentucky to win this ballgame.
So you're taking Kentucky.
Because Carlton Bragg is out, one of the Kansas best players. Kentucky's going to come in strong, and they're going to beat Kansas.
That is hard to say as a Mountaineer fan.
Yeah, but Kansas don't have a chance in this game, I don't think.
I do have a family member that is a Kentucky fan. And I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
I thought he done lost his mind.
I ain't done that. I ain't done that yet.
You did that a long time ago. But anyway.
Not all of it.
Most of it.
I still got a little bit of it.
He wants way too much credit.
You notice I said a little bit.
And that's too much credit. But anyway, we can argue about this some other time.
Thanks for getting the ratings. The third-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs and the Pepperdine, I believe they're the Waves.
I'll take Gonzaga in this one.
Yeah. That brings up our situation last week. The conference that Gonzaga plays in, there
Exactly.
is no one I see that can beat them.
If you put them up against a Kentucky or Kansas or WVU or UCLA, I don't think that they have a team to pull off a win like that.
Because of the conference they play in, they're kind of like the Boise State of football.
Yeah.
Okay, the fifth-ranked Baylor Bears travel to Mississippi in their SEC Big 12 Challenge.
I'm going to take Baylor in this one.
Yeah. Next, we have the sixth-ranked Florida State Seminoles traveling to the Carrier Dome to face the Syracuse Orange.
And Florida State gets it done again this week.
You know, it's tough to go into the Carrier Dome and beat Syracuse, though.
I think Florida State will get it done. I really do. So far, Florida State has kind of been that if you're ranked ahead of them, you better watch out. Because usually when they have,
But they're not. They're ranked ahead.
when they're usually playing a team that's ranked higher than them, they take that game. Syracuse is not like any team they've played in like the last 5 or 6 games. So I think that Florida State will go in and take care of business.
I'm putting Florida State on upset alert. So I think Syracuse will do will protect the Carrier Dome.
I mean, I'm not taking away from Syracuse. I'm just saying that I feel that Florida State is the stronger team in this. But
Next, we have the 9th-ranked Tar Heels of North Carolina traveling to the Hurricanes of Miami.
and when North Carolina gets done, Miami's going to think another hurricane hit them because North Carolina is going to go in and just take this one. I mean, I don't even see it being close.
I was going to say last night, North Carolina handed one to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, they did. But I don't see it happening again not 2 times in a row.
What are you talking about? North Carolina won.
I mean, I don't see them even being in the same. You know how North Carolina all year they've been kind of up and down, and then they got it together in a way. Because when their one star was out for a while, they struggled. But I just don't see it happening anymore this season. It's just going to be.
Next, we have the 10th-ranked Oregon Ducks and the Colorado Buffaloes.
I'm going to stay with Oregon on this one.
Have you noticed you go chocolate a lot?
Some of them are just obvious.
Okay, in our next Big 12 SEC Challenge game that we are picking is the Texas A&M and the 18th ranked West Virginia Mountaineers.
Of course, I'm going to take West Virginia in this one because I can't go against them. So,
is there any idea who I'm picking? This will be the. This is the fourth year we're in. Is this the fourth or fifth year we're in the league?
Fifth, I think.
Fifth,
I believe.
And what I've heard, we have yet to win a Big 12 SEC game. Showdowns game. But with that all said, I can't pick up against our boys. Okay, on Sunday, the top-ranked Villanova Wildcats, they host the 12th-ranked Virginia Cavaliers.
Who are you taking in this one? Where's this game being played at?
I believe it's Villanova.
Villanova.
And I'm picking Villanova.
Villanova will have another loss on their record after this game.
Are you going Virginia?
I think Virginia is going to come in to prove something, and I think Virginia gets it.
We can't agree on all of them, so. And the next game on Sunday is the 7th-ranked Arizona Wildcats and the Washington Huskies.
I'm going to take Arizona in this one.
They've kind of slept their way up to the rankings this year.
They're finally getting it together.
Who'd we pick? What game did we have them the last time we picked? Wasn't it against UCLA?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that game kind of woke them up.
Yeah.
And speaking of UCLA, they are the team that in the top 10 that don't play their next game till Wednesday.
Well, I told you the way that their schedule seems to be set up, they only play 2 days or 2 times a week.
And that game is against the Washington State Cougars.
And I'm going to have to take UCLA because I think they're well rested and I think they're a good enough team to bounce back from the struggles they've been having.
And I'm going to second you on that one. What other games did you have?
I've also got on. Is that all you've got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Let's go back to Tuesday when Creighton takes on Butler. These are 2 of those teams that are in those small conferences.
I wouldn't really call them a small conference.
Not real strong conference.
It's the Big East.
But look at the teams other than Villanova. How many teams out of the Big East do you think are actually considered, top 10 teams that's going to...
Minus a few teams, it's still basically the same teams when West Virginia was in the conference. There's just lost a few and added a few new ones.
Well, see, I was looking at it, and there's a thing you can go on ESPN and look at, and I checked it out, and it has the rank for each college conference, basketball conference, and the Big East was number 3, I believe, or number 4. No, it was number 4. Number 3 was the SEC. And something we talked about on the show last time was about the ACC apparently being, the top conference in basketball.
Who?
ACC. That's not the fact. Actually, the Big 12 has taken over as the top conference in NCAA men's basketball now. And I think that was it.
Okay,
Yes, as I got done, I was just throwing my papers, so yeah.
The NBA, last week we actually tied on our picks at 8-4.
Oh, about that. In hockey, we both went 3-1
Oh, we did?
overall. Yes, 3-1.
Okay. Okay. I guess like I do all weeks, I pick 2 games for each day. On Saturday, the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors.
Golden State's going to take this one. It's hard to go against them.
They're not the team they were last year.
No, they're not, but they're still hard to go against them.
Well, I'm going to go against them. I'm taking the Clippers.
They might be able to get it done.
I've noticed this year that the NBA, it don't matter
Yeah.
the record.
But that's really any sport. I mean, any given day, the underdog can come in.
Okay, and the second game Saturday is the Brooklyn Nets and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I'm going to take Minnesota Timberwolves in this one.
Yeah. Despite even though the records, I still gotta go with Minnesota on this one. On Sunday is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And with Oklahoma City Thunder missing one of their star players, it makes it a lot easier to make this call. It's going to be Cleveland.
It wouldn't just be because of LeBron, would it?
I don't like LeBron. I'm like one of the people in America that just can't stand him. So, I mean, I don't care if he's on the court or not. I'd still take Cleveland in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Cleveland too. The Houston Rockets and the Indiana Pacers.
I'm going to take the Pacers in this one. Taking a chance.
I'm going to go with Houston. On Monday, the Orlando Magic and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I'm going to take Orlando. I think they get Minnesota.
I say they basically have identical records.
But I think Orlando gets them this week.
I'm going to stick with Minnesota. And Cleveland against Dallas.
You know what? I'm going to take Dallas in this one just because I'm not... I don't know. I think Dallas will sneak in and take this one.
Well, I'm going to disagree. We'll have to disagree on that one. On Tuesday, the New York Knicks and the Washington Wizards.
I would like to be able to give my moral support in this one to him.
What are you talking about? I
I
don't
like
have.
the Knicks.
I don't know. I know.
That's you did. You always
No.
take them. That's what I thought you liked.
No.
Oh, never mind then. I'm going to take Washington in this one. Oh, you made the comment when you picked them one day. You said I have to stick with my boys, and then you picked the Knicks that day. So that's why I thought that. I was wondering about him the whole time. So I know
I don't have a pro. I don't have a basketball team.
we don't have to.
I don't really watch pro basketball.
Then we don't have to admit him. I'm kind of happy about that. So anyway.
And the Denver Nuggets and the LA Lakers.
Denver could probably win this game with blindfolds. So take Denver in this one.
LA has won 16 games.
Luck only goes so far. Look at Pittsburgh. They need a good team and they lose. I knew I'd better get them in the show somehow. Somehow, I knew I would get them in here. But anyway.
You can take me for that setup now.
Hey, at least I got the chance. So. I can hear all the Pittsburgh fans wanting to kill me right now, but...
You care?
No, not really. If that's the only people that hate me, then I'm doing good.
On Wednesday, we had the Toronto Raptors on the Boston Celtics.
I'm going to take Boston.
Yeah. And the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat.
I'm going to take Atlanta in this one.
Yeah.
Miami's just not the team that they used to be, so...
Hey, here we go. On Thursday, those Lakers that you compared to Pittsburgh. Hey, I got them in this. Go up against the Washington Wizards.
Once again, I think Washington gets them an easy win. Sorry, Lakers fans, but...
We don't mean to insult you by comparing you to Pittsburgh, but that's just the...
That's just the easiest target.
That's just the coincidence that you guys draw. And the Philadelphia 76ers and the San Antonio Spurs.
I'm going to take the Spurs in this one.
Yeah, I haven't lost my mind completely. I'm not picking Philadelphia on this game. And that draws another NBA segment to the end. Now to our yearly points follow-up. This segment is actually brought to you by two sponsors. Go ahead and do yours.
Indulgence Salon and Flower LLC. For all your salon and your flower needs, go see our friends there. They'll set you up real good, friendly, nice, and convenient. Main Street in Golly Bridge.
And the other sponsor is 112 Customs. They print. They make T-shirts, and I don't know exactly where they're located. They're somewhere around Beckley. So.
We'll get that information for you for next episode. And one more note on that. I just wanted to add that I lost my uncle last Friday, Kenneth Earl Romeo. He was a great man, and he will be missed. And we want to dedicate this episode to him. And say that we love you and miss you.
Okay. After the Kansas game, which we won 85-69, we now have a total of 1762 to 1338. We are now 16-4 on the season. And like we said, our next game is Texas A&M on Saturday. And they travel to Iowa State on Tuesday.
Is that it?
Brings us to the trivia question portion. Last week, the trivia question was, what team of all 125 years, what team do we hold the most wins against? And the side bar is, if you wanted to take a guess of how many games that certain team we have. The answer is Pitt, and the number of games is 40. That is hard to believe. At only 40 to one team.
Yeah.
In all 125 years.
Yeah.
Okay. The trivia question for this week. Like I said earlier, this week was the win against Kansas.
All right.
Making this the first time in several years to beat a 1-2 in the same season. When? Okay, the trivia question now. What year and who was the last team to accomplish that feat? The same team. What team was what was the last team
prior to West Virginia?
Prior to this year to beat number 1 and number 2 in the same season? And what year?
And that question will be up on our Facebook page sometime tonight.
Sometime tonight.
And this will be posted, like I said, on the YouTube sometime tonight too. And we want to say another special thanks to our sponsors, and for all of you tuned in to watch us tonight. Thank you. And J and S are out.
This is us signing